Right then, who wants some toast?
I thought the only toast that you had anything to do with went with the drink.
You're quite right, Dennis. It's called tea. Do you want some more, sweetheart? No, thanks, Mum. I'm not hungry.
You don't have to wait hand and foot on her, you know. She's quite capable of helping herself.
Forget it, Mum. It's just our hard luck we're not as perfect as him.
That's what's so nice about breakfast. It's the one time of the day when the whole family can get together.
I'm not cooking anything in this house anymore. Nobody eats it.
I've lost my appetite.
Yeah, well, you prefer a takeaway, don't you, than eating in?
Ange, I'm warning you.
Saved by the bell. She's an early riser, isn't she, darling? I'm sorry, Mum. It's my fault. What, that your dad's an ungrateful pig? You know he's only worse at the moment because of me taking that money. Any normal father would give me a slap and then leave it. Yeah, well, your dad's funny that way, isn't he? He prefers the water torture approach. I wish I'd have done it. Why did you, babes? I mean, it's not as if you needed the money, is it? Is this a lecture about confession being good for the soul? It's a bit late for that, Mum. I was caught, remember? Look, I'm not going to give you a lecture. I'm just talking from experience. Owning up to things can help your relationships with people. I don't know, it just sort of helps form a bit of a trust. You talking about you with Dad's car? Well, that's worked wonders for you two, ain't it, eh? If Reagan and Gorbachev's got as well as you two, we'd all be blown up to bits by now. Well, you can't expect miracles overnight, can you, darling? Anyway, I've not finished owning up yet. And neither have you, have you? It's not easy, Mum. Oh, no, darling. Nothing in life ever is. If it was, nobody'd bother to make the effort, would they? Look, why don't you come home lunchtime, eh? We'll have a little chat while your dad's downstairs. Won't he mind? No. Mum and daughter chats are way down his list of priorities, aren't they?
No, it's not your half a daily routine. It's more like the Great Train Robbery. Now, don't be silly. Of course I'm glad you put it my way. I can handle it. It's sweet. And I can always handle that sort of dough. Just bring the gear around tonight after closing, all right? Look, I'll talk to you later. I can't talk now. Cheers, bye.
Good morning, Governor. You look pleased with yourself?
I am.
Yeah, it's nice to know someone's feeling good.
Good as gold. Good as gold.
Can't she even let you finish your cornflakes in peace, then?
Why don't you just tap the phone and save your energy? You'll be disappointed to hear that I'm innocent. That was Davy from Ilford.
Oh. Here, you're not getting into anything serious, are you? The only difference between him and the Cray twins is they're inside.
Oh, give it a rest, Ange. I'm a big boy now.
Are you? I'll take your word for it, eh? It's been so long since I looked. What do you reckon on those mirrors?
Well, they look fine to me.
Typical male. You could bury treasure in that dirt. They're all going to have to come down, and the spirit bottles and all.
Oh, right. No problem, then.
So I said. You done this before, then?
There's nothing to it, is there? Yeah, the Governor was as happy as a pig in a sty after that phone call this morning.
I know, that's what's worrying me.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I know who he was talking to, don't I?
No, I bet he's up for his night, isn't he?
Ilford Davy? His sort gets you detained at Her Majesty's pleasure, not her honour.
Oh, a shady character, eh?
Yeah, heavy stuff, darling. His mob were carrying pieces when you were running around with a pea shooter. I hope he's not getting in over his head.
Well, does he realise?
And could I tell him? With that lot, once they've nicked your dinner money, they reckon they're Al Capone. Only in Ilford Davy's case, he just could be.
Yeah, it sounds pretty dirty.
Yeah, not as dirty as those mirrors. Now get them spirits down and give them a dust.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes, as you were.
Right.
What I was thinking, Davy, was maybe you should hold back a bit until I give you the signal. Hey. Yes, I do realise it's a little bit cloak and dagger, but these are sable coats, for God's sake, not Japanese cuckoo clocks. No, of course it's not too big for me. Wixie, don't run off. I want to go over these staffing arrangements with you in a minute.
Well, no, I'm just nipping down the shop. We've run out of J-cloths.
The J-cloths can wait. Just hang on a mo. What? Yeah, we'll bring the gear round if you must, but keep the van out of sight until I give you the nod, eh? Yeah. Bring some J-cloths with you if you like. Some comedian.
All right, I'm all ears, Gov.
Well, no one's perfect. Just pin them back and cop hold of this. Now, I'm taking Kath off evenings because now the grub's doing so well we need her here at lunchtime.
Yeah, we're cutting Lofty handle the food.
Yeah, I suppose he could if beans on toast counts as pub grub. Anyway, who's running this place?
Oh, well, you are, of course. So I don't think Kath is going to be too pleased.
I'm only asking to look after a couple of dishes for a few hours. And anyway, since when did I have to have a ballot every time I want someone to do anything in this place? Did the communists suddenly sweep into power while I was on the phone?
Since when do you make decisions without consulting me, eh, Dean?
What is this, a workers' cooperative?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Simon, but I haven't changed occupations overnight, have I? Because when I went to bed last night, I was running a pub with this fella. I must have been dreaming.
Yeah, look, I think I better go down the shop.
No. You're obviously more important in the pecking order around here than I am. Obviously, you should be informed before me. I'm only the landlady.
No, darling, you're only the governor's wife.
Thank you. Hey, darling. Cheers.
Well, go on then. Tell me off.
You wouldn't have come home for a chat, would you? If you thought I was going to do that.
I don't know. Usually when it normally means another nagging session.
Well, we'll leave the nagging to your dad, shall we? Because he enjoys it much more than I do.
Why? Don't you care what I do?
Now, who's telling who off? You don't know as much about parents as you think you do, you know.
Probably because I haven't got any.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, Mum. It come out the wrong way.
Oh, forget it, darling. Bitchy remarks are becoming a way of life in this house.
So what's all this then about still having some owning up to do?
Fair dues. I was just thinking, maybe I should go to the old Bill and tell him I was driving your dad's car.
What for?
Well, because that's what I'm trying to get over to you. Anyway, I'd like to do something your dad would appreciate. It's not just owning up to what you've done. It's owning up to the reasons why you did it.
I didn't do it for attention, if that's what you mean.
I know that, sweetheart. You're enough of a pain not to have to resort to thieving, aren't you? You weren't just being a spoilt little cow. You were telling us something, right?
Mum, you make it sound like a child guidance book.
Well, you could try being honest and telling me and your dad how you feel about things.
What you two know about honesty? Look at the way you both carry on.
Me and your dad know a lot about honesty, actually.
Ah, pull the other one.
I'm not making excuses for us, Sharon. And I hate to say you're too young to realise it,
That
darling,
I'm too young to realise.
Yes, you are. Look, Sharon. You're getting being happy mixed up with being honest. Me and your dad have never been Cupid's little favourites. We've never pretended that to you, ever. And you'll find out, darling, as you grow up, that the people you thought were having a whale of a time ain't having such a fun life of it either.
So why stick together then?
Because we're honest. Yes, I know, we do tell lies sometimes. But it only leads to heartbreak.
But you don't even love each other, Mum.
Look, Sharon, me and your dad will never win any prizes for being Mr. and Mrs. But you'll always have us. And you'll always have this house, whatever that means to you. Because we don't expect happiness from each other. Just each other. And what you see is what you get. Now, you can't get more honest than that, can you? Do you understand a bit better what I'm trying to tell you now?
I think so.
You sure?
Honest.
There you go, mate. Oh, just a favour, ask Kath to pop in and have a word with us later on. I've worked out the rotors.
What's the plan then?
Well, I best tell Kath first.
Oh, very official secrets, aren't we? What's going on, Ben?
Oh, don't start, mate. I haven't got time. Anyway, you'll find out. It's nothing drastic. And talking of official secrets, I might have a nice piece of merchandise to put your way.
Oh, Gordon, Bennett, we've already got more radios than we've got ears in our house.
I keep the noise down. It's not one of those lines at all. This is more of an investment. So don't breathe a word to anyone.
Oh, don't tell me you're selling racing tips again.
Oh, do us a favour, mate. Do I look like a mug punter like Ali Osman? No, this is the big
Dan?
time. Yeah?
Do you think I could be served with a pint of bitter before my lunch goes
Of
cold?
course you can. Ange? Well, where is she? Marvellous. Wives and coppers.
Well, what about them?
Well, they're never there when you need them.
Funny you should mention the police, huh?
Police?
No, you mentioned them. You all right?
Yeah, of course. Go on, you were saying.
I was reading in the Gazette that an ex-patient of mine has just been sent down for 10 years. Apparently, they found $250,000 counterfeit dollars in the boot of his car.
Really?
Yeah. Stupid thing to do, whichever way you look at it.
Yeah, of course.
It was way out of his league. I mean, that sort of caper's more for your professional criminal, isn't it? I don't condone that kind of thing, mind you.
No, despicable, I agree.
See, when you're talking about big-time operations like that, I shouldn't be surprised if the mafia weren't involved somewhere along the line.
The mafia?
Yeah, mafia. He's probably better off inside.
What, for 10 years?
Yeah, it seems that fiddling is a way of life these days.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of honesty left in the world, Doc, is there?
This fella, he could have gone on forever. with the odd crate of knocked-off radios, but there you go. Greed, the downfall of both criminals and generals.
There's your bidder.
Pizza, do you want to see me?
Yes, I've rejigged the rotors.
How do you mean?
Just call me Cupid.
Cupid or stupid? What you on about?
You can kiss goodbye to all those late nights, Kath. Coming in at midnight, being too tired to get any fun out of your marriage.
Oh, so who's missing out? You ain't making much sense then.
Not only am I opening up a whole new era of love life for you, darling, I'm also giving you a brand new career to go with it.
What you done?
I've given Pam and Bobby Ewan of Albert Square endless romantic nights together.
What?
And the rest of the world can benefit from your culinary talents. I mean, Ian's got to get it from somewhere, so I've put you on the lunch spot so you can become Duchess of the Jumbo Sausage, Princess of the Potato and Queen of our cuisine.
And what about the bar?
Obviously, you haven't been reading the trade magazines, darling. 60% of the pub's turnover comes from food. So I'm taking you off evenings and putting you on the front line of the modern battle warfare.
Oh, very dynamic. What about Pete?
Well, I thought about it, but seeing as he can't make a cup of coffee without burning it, I decided against it. Now, it starts from tomorrow, so I must be off. Come on, Rolly. Hey.
Oh, yeah,
Well, you best have this one on the house and all.
Cool. I'd be careful if I was you. Your guilty conscience is showing.
Guilty?
Oh, you've gone white as a sheet then. You must have a guilty conscience.
Nah, of course not.
Shock of seeing us drinking the profits.
Oh, charming. I can see that the cynical streak in us has contaminated any act of spontaneous generosity that we might come across.
Oh, very, very poetic, my son. But you don't alter the fact you're trying to sweeten me and her up about the new rotor.
I thought you were supposed to be my mate.
Oh, I am. That's why I'm so sure. Cheers.
Yeah, and up yours.
You could have at least talked it over with us first.
Excuse me, Kath, but I can run my pub any way I like. Anyway, I thought you'd like the evenings together, a nice romantic couple like you two.
We liked having the days together and all.
God, there's no pleasing some people.
That's why you're so good at pleasing yourself, then.
You're sounding like Ange. Just let me run my pub in peace. I don't come out on your little wooden barrow and tell you how to sell your fruit and veg now, do I?
Nah, but you've sold a few lemons in your time.
Oh, look at them trannies.
If that's your attitude, then you're definitely going to miss out on this golden opportunity.
Hold up. Is that what you was rabbiting on about dinner time?
I was trying to until Doc Holliday come in with his crime doesn't pay horror stories, and these are not bent.
Believe it. Then you failed technical drawing at school because you couldn't get a ruler that was straight.
Here I am, trying to do you a favour, and all I get is libel and slander. I am not going to row any old Tom, Dick and Harry in on this.
So they are, then.
Exclusive, not the stuff for your average pump.
Now look, I'm a bit worried about this. You reckon these coats are worth £2 a piece and you can knock them out for a monkey?
Marvellous, isn't it?
Sounds dodgy to me. I mean, aren't these things all subject to custom restrictions, even if they are on the level?
Well, of course they are, but you know what our Soviet comrades are like? They can't wait to get their grubby little fingers on our Western currency. That's why they're knocking them out so cheap.
Sound too cheap to me. Don't like the sound of it, then. Aye, edgy tonight, ain't we?
Look, you're just turning your nose out with a right bargain. Furs and money.
You want to watch it, mate, or you're going to have the right load of... Aye, I'm being got at, is. Assist.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pete. It's Simmy's TV.
What's that?
I thought you were a man of the world, then. What does it look like?
I know what it is, but why is it attached to you?
Just my luck, I suppose.
Good or bad, sis?
Dan? It's the phone, mate. I'll get you.
Get on that one, will you, Owen? Yeah, hello. Yes, Davey, yeah. Well, everything's kosher, yeah. How about a check? Well, don't trust me.
It's the police.
Davey, forget it. Yeah, scrap the old deal. The law's tumbled me.